Hey everyone, today we're taking a look at pages 22 and 23 in your lesson book. Now you might notice that there's a lot of new stuff going on here. Unless you're a cellos, you don't actually do really anything new, but you can use this time to continue practicing really smooth and accurate shifts. So it's still a challenge, it's just that there isn't anything new for you guys. But violins and violas, two really big things. First of all, they're introducing something called fifth position. So just to give you an idea, this is the way that I always explain fifth position to violins and violas. When you learn third position, I always say that to play third position, you put your first finger where your third finger normally goes. Well, if you start in third position, you're now going to put your first finger where your third finger normally goes when the start is third position, and that puts you in fifth position. So we're first, put the first finger where the third was. This is third. Now put the first finger where the third is again, and that's fifth. So we're getting pretty high on your instrument. The more you practice it, the easier it'll get, but I do know it's a little bit of a challenge up front, but that's okay. We're going to work through it here. Violas, you'll notice right off the bat that your notes are in a different clef. You're reading in treble clef, and through these 2 pages, there are times when you don't read in treble clef, but a lot of it you are. So I'll make sure to kind of tell you what note you're starting on to make it a little bit easier for you. So we're going to start right off the bat with 78. And violas, you're starting with the note D, one finger on the A string in third position. One finger on the A string in third position, and that's called D. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, and this is especially a comment for violins and violas, but it does apply to cellos as well. If you're not bringing your thumb with you when you go to those higher positions, you're going to be in trouble. Especially your pinky will not be able to reach. So please make sure that your thumb is moving with you. Okay, 79, same thing, violas. You start first finger in third position on the A string. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Excuse me. 80. Same starting note here. Here we go. Ready? And. Good. I overshot that last shift, went a little bit too low. Hopefully you noticed in these two, 79 and 80, that you're playing first something in a major key and then something in a minor key. And when you shift up, when you go to fifth position violins and violas, for the minor version with the F natural, you actually shift less. It's a smaller shift because you're not going all the way up to F sharp. So just keep that in mind. Moving on here to 81. Moving on to 81. Same starting note, violas, 1 on the A string in third position. Ready? Here we go. Awesome. Okay. Now you can see violins for the second half of the page. You're doing some shifting on the E string. Everyone else is playing an octave lower than you, so violins are playing the higher notes. Everyone else is starting on open A. Here we go, 82. Back in alto clef violas. Don't forget, so don't try to read that as treble clef. So I'm playing it in the higher octave. Everyone else can play it lower as written. Ready? Here we go. Very good. 83. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm sorry. I went on to 84. I thought they were the same exercise. Sorry about that. That was all of 83. Moving on now to 84. Ready? Here we go. Yeah, nice. Okay, 85. Sorry about that. So violas, I just realized I forgot to tell you that 83 and 84 were in treble clef. So if it didn't sound quite right, that's why. But you're back in alto clef for 85. Okay. So 1, 2, 85. Here we go. I'm sorry. I'm making all sorts of mistakes. Violas, you're back in alto clef at 85, but halfway through you switch to treble clef. So hopefully you see that in the third measure. That note is 2 fingers in first position on the A string. It's a C sharp. Okay, now that I got that out of the way, I said the right thing. Here's 85. Ready? Here we go. Good, and 86, violas back in treble clef starting on your open A. Here's 86, ready, and here we go. Very nice. Okay. Moving on to page 23. The last page, if you're a violin or a viola, remember the new thing was fifth position, and we just dealt with third and fifth. We did not go back to first. Now we're dealing with all three, first, third, and fifth. And cellos, actually, you're dealing with first, third, and fourth. So it's very similar across the instruments. And let me just double check. I believe what I'm about to say is accurate. Yes, the first four on this page all have B flats and E flats in the key signature. So watch out. The first note in 87 is a B flat. Okay. Red and violas, that means since you're in treble clef, it means that it's low 1 on the A string. That's the B flat that's written there. Okay. So here we go. Good. Since these are all very similar, I'm going to let you do 88 and 89 on your own. I'll play 90, and then we'll do a couple more on the bottom of the page. There's some different things there. So here we go. Here's 90, but make sure you practice the other two. Here we go. Very good. And lastly, on page 23, it's very similar to what we've been doing. This just allows violins to have a chance to be up on the E string, though, and everyone else is just doing their thing an octave lower. So I'll do two of these. I'll do 91 to start here. So here's 91, 3, 4. Very good. And then I'll skip ahead here and just do the last one, 94, and you can practice the other two in the middle on your own. Okay, so here's 94. 1, 2, here we go. Alrighty, so that's 22 and 23. Make sure you're practicing those so you can get nice, clean, perfect shifts, and we'll work on those together in your lesson.